Is anybody doing languages here? No, it's a lot of English, right? So this is about somebody studying for their leaving cert, which is how you leave school, go to university, and they're doing their Irish orals. And this is 1970 in Lahinch in Clare, and she robbed, and please do not do this at home, children, she robbed her mother's vibrator. Now this might not seem anything to you, but for a woman to have a vibrator back in 1970s Ireland was amazing. For that woman to be your mother was ultra amazing. For you to dare to rob your mother's vibrator was really pushing it all together. So this is the situation that we're in. So she took herself down to the beach at Lahinch with vibrator, with an Irish dictionary, and of course, being an enterprising girl, she looked up all the words for herself that she was discovering. So by the end of this poem, you'll know at least 5 Irish words for parts of anatomy that you probably weren't thinking of. Alex, pay attention. I will be asking questions at the end.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, this should be Right, so this is called Agus Misha Festa Pogna Farraga. Myself feasting on the sea's kiss. And it's for Init. Init in Irish means little fire, and she was a little fire. And she was just telling me about her Irish orals. Oh, you were talking about language and and I didn't expect this story to come out, but this is what she told me. So it's called Agus Misha Festa Pogna Farraga. It was the breast's day out. Bra and bikini top cast aside, wearing only a fetching combination of sea and sand that was see-through and skin-tight. Freckles clustered around her nipples, limpets clinging to rocks, and she studying for her Irish orals, the dreaded Mo Cnealach, a bloody conditional, making her tense, discovering herself and the deliciousness of words. Ha! Brill is clitoris. Oh, that's just brill, she laughed. And fine is, well, vagina. Fine by name, fine by nature. She chuckled to her secret self. And this was just too good. Vibrator is pun crehera, wave machine. O flasgadon, ma flasgadon, O orgasm, my orgasm, she mock Walt Whitman. Now she could come in Irish, going back to her roots. Oh, leave me, Alanan, leave me. I didn't say leave me, I said leave me. Oh, lick me, lover, lick me, she ordered the ocean. The kiss, kiss, kiss of the sea, foaming, frothing between our shivering thighs. Right, so now,
I remember a couple of those actually. That might come in handy.
Irish for vagina, Alex?
Fine.
Fine. I know you're fine, but what's Irish for that? I should tell you a little bit more detail.
Wait, when people go, I'm fine, don't you guys go...
It's a bit more complicated than that, because do you know what the Irish for condom is? Well, you don't use condoms, all right? Not even in Irish.
Well, not Irish ones, apparently.
Yes. The Irish for condom is fine.
Oh, really?
So if you go into a chemist and say to the nice
like
lady
fine,
behind
fine,
us,
but
yes,
fine.
I'm going to find a guff. You're asking her, has she got a vagina? Or you're either asking, have you got condoms? Now, she gives you a packet of condoms, licorice flavoured, then you've said the right things. If she slaps you across the face, she's totally mistaken your intent and purpose.
I love it.
It's all in the context.
Yes. So your penis, Alex,
Yes.
and I'm not referring to your particular penis, but your penis, do you know the Irish for penis?
No, but I feel I may be about to find out.
I found out when I was 55 what the Irish was penis for.
Oh, we've insulted the Welsh. Why not call the Irish penises?
They can be dickheads, all right. So anyway, my little nephew goes to Gael School. Gael School is when you put them in at 2, and by 5 they're expert Irish speakers. Me, we didn't have Irish dictionaries that told you body parts, because we just wouldn't do that. So if I meet my brother, I go, hey, how you, bud? How you doing? You want a drink, bud? Yeah. In a minute, bud. Yeah. Can you give me 10 minutes, bud? I'll be with you in 10 minutes, bud. Buddy, can you spare a bud time? And it's bud this, bud that. You okay, bud? Fine, bud. You ready, bud? Okay, bud. We'll go for it, bud. And my little nephew looked at me and went, and my brother and looked between us and he said, "Why do you always call Brian penis?" And I said, and apparently the Irish for penis is bud. And that is how I learned that from a 5-year-old kid. And now I say, "You want a cup of tea, Brian?" So you do have to change. So you learn something every day, and that's how it should be. Right, this is called Leaving the Church, which I did when I was 9. Leaving the church. I think I see what has happened. There's been a terrible mistake. And so I go to talk it out with him. You know, boy to God. I tell him to rewind time. Surely not such a big thing for God to do. Yes? And where my sister's debt is, put her back here and me there. A straight, no-nonsense swap. A life for a life. And if there has to be a debt, then I explain as best as I can, as if talking to a little child. I'll die in her place. It all seems so simple. Deal? I can't see a problem. The problem is God acts as if he's not there. And although I've dealt with him fairly and squarely, he doesn't even deign to reply. And just leaves things as they are, as if he doesn't care. This is not how I want it. I curse him to hell, incandescent with rage, white-hot anger. Call yourself a god, a good God. I spit the words at him. Then I turn my 9-year-old self away from him. We don't speak ever, ever again. I leave the church. Donall has left. Thank you. I'll do a few poems on top of my head. This is called When They Made You, They Broke the Mold. I used to live with an artist, and the sight of her art was her own female self. So I'd come home and I'd go, "Honey, I'm home," to be confronted by a 30-foot green vagina. And she used to make these 30-foot green, yellow vagina, red vagina, orange vagina, you just name them. And we'd have somebody around for soup, and he'd be surrounded by 30-foot vaginas, and he'd be very uneasy with himself.
And you'd ask him how was he, go, fine.
Yes, fine. Now you're catching
Fine,
up.
but fine, but.
The Irish for clitoris, please.
Brill.
No prompting from the back, please.
Oh, he got it on his own.
Just goes to show. Was that you, Alvin?
Yes.
Yeah, it just goes to show that a man can't find a clitoris.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Anybody want to tell me what the Irish for penis is?
Bud.
You were quick on that one, weren't you?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I know what that is.
So this is called When They Made You, They Broke the Mold.
What's wanker in Irish?
Oh,
Apropos of nothing.
Something like, Alex the Sweet.
No. Ask for that one.
We stepped right into that one. Right, this is called When They Made You, They Broke the Mold. I sit and gaze, amazed, as you create a rubber mold of your vulva. You ask me what I think. I blink and grin. It's something else, but what's it for? It's for you, because I love the things that you do to it. I smile, well, all right. For years, your masterpiece held pride of place above our mantelpiece, created heated debate over how much was too much or how far was too far, or, as Alex said, it oughtn't to be allowed. It always made me smile. People were often affronted, but you, being you as was your wont, proudly declared, I am not ashamed of my cunt. Years later, we broke up and ended up in an attic, neatly packaged and covered with dried wild flowers. I wrote and asked you if you wanted your vulva back. You wrote back and said, oh yes please, in big bold capital letters. And so, like a Rosetta Stone, it was returned to its original owner with a little note attached that simply said, thank you for the gift of this and for loaning it to me for all these years. It was greatly loved and greatly missed, and sealed with love and a single kiss. Thank you. Same lady. The last two poems are still all about her. This is called Preserve. Tongues stained with blackberries, we collect kisses, falling into ditches, being stung by nettles. Your dress snags on a briar, and you cry out in mock horror. I cut my way through the tangle of thorns as if I were your prince. Charming me, you undo your buttons as you step out of your dress, as if you were stepping out of yourself. Your dress hangs like a chrysalis. You let down your golden hair and we make love then and there, a tractor and some cows go by. We laugh and try to hide. The sun beats down on my bum, we giggle and come, return to the big old dirty town and turn our blackberry picking days into luscious winter jam. Thank you. And finally from me, same lady, very reduced circumstances. This is called, I forgot what it's called now.
The night dress?
No, the one about the snow. Snow.
Oh.
Snowfalls.
Oh, that's terrible.
See, sometimes it's just
going out
jog
on
the
the
memory
low.
like that, or in this case, Alice just did a quick kick, and I remembered. Snowfalls. Thank you, Val, for that.
Okay.
I think you were aiming a bit higher, weren't you?
Well,
I know you are. Right, this is called Snowfalls. She wakes to a morning, no reason for living, cries in the mirror to be forgiven, puts on her makeup, takes off her clothes, sits there and bleeds until she can't feel the blood in her veins runs cold. The cat cries to be fed, the batteries in her Walkman go dead, the Rachmaninoff stops. A letter she will never read drops on the welcome mat. Somewhere a mobile rings and stops. Someone from a minor political party looking for her vote rings the doorbell twice, slips on the ice and ruins his coat. A man curses. A man laughs at another man's joke. It's a big laugh, he's a big bloke. Laughter invades the square, there's a chill in the air. Her best friend calls for her to go on a blind date. She does not hear. Snow, snow, snow falls. Thank you.